Good evening everyone. This is Niranjan Reddy, Assistant Professor, BITS Varangal. Today we will see thermodynamics laws. First law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, third law of thermodynamics, zeroth law of thermodynamics. So in the first law of thermodynamics, when heat is transferred to the system, it will develop the work, and the remaining amount of heat is stored in the body. So delta Q minus delta W is equal to delta E. So where E is energy. So cyclic integral of heat transfers is equal to cyclic integral of work. So this is about first law of thermodynamics. When the heat is added to the system, it will develop the work, and the remaining energy is stored in the body. So this is called as internal energy. So this is the equation: delta Q is equal to delta E plus delta W. Cyclic integral of heat transfers is equal to cyclic integral of work. So this is about first law of thermodynamics. So law of conservation of energy is also nothing but the first law of thermodynamics. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. So first law of thermodynamics can be applied to irreversible and reversible processes, both reversible and irreversible processes. In the law of conservation of energy, we can talk about any form of energy, but in first law of thermodynamics, here we only deal with work energy and heat energy. So this is about first law of thermodynamics. Then second law of thermodynamics. So here we have two different thermal energy reservoirs: high temperature region, low temperature region. So the heat is transformed from high thermal energy reservoir to low thermal energy reservoir. So when it is happening through a system, it will develop the work. Here it is heat engine. So when the heat to be transformed from low temperature region to high temperature region, there should be an external agency, like work should be done on the system, so that the heat will be transformed from low temperature region to high temperature region. So this is classic statement. Here refrigerator or heat pump. So here this is Kelvin Planck statement. So here engine. So here work done by the system. Here work is done on the system. So these two statements talk about second law of thermodynamics. So in second law of thermodynamics, so how the heat is transformed from one temperature region to other temperature region. Two thermal energy reservoirs are there: high thermal energy reservoir, low thermal energy reservoir. So second law of thermodynamics says the heat is transferred from high thermal energy reservoir to low thermal energy reservoir, and it can be transformed from low energy to high energy when external agency is, like work is done on the system. It is possible. In engine we can find the efficiency. So efficiency is taken in pump or refrigerator. Performance is measured by COP, coefficient of performance. So this is about second law of thermodynamics. Then third law of thermodynamics. At absolute zero temperature, entropy of all crystalline substances at state of equilibrium is zero. That is, molecular momentum or activity diminishes as the substance temperature reduces to absolute zero temperature. So here the third law of thermodynamics says the entropy becomes zero when the crystalline substances reaches the absolute zero temperature. So the third law talks about the entropy. Then next one, zeroth law of thermodynamics. If A and B bodies are in thermal equilibrium with each other, B and C are in thermal equilibrium with each other, then automatically A, B and C are in thermal equilibrium with each other. So this is zeroth law of thermodynamics. When two bodies are at different temperatures, when they are kept in room temperature, atmospheric pressure, it will reach the thermal equilibrium, means it will attain the common temperature. So like when A and B are in thermal equilibrium, B and C are in thermal equilibrium, then A, B, C are in thermal equilibrium. So this is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So based on these laws, you can find the efficiency and performance and other derivatives. So this is brief about laws of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, third law of thermodynamics, and zeroth law of thermodynamics. So in the next class, we'll meet with another topic. Thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel.